the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America.
The Declaration of Independence in July 1776 was a very unwelcome and very alarming development for one very clear reason, which was that it meant that from that point forward, America could start to get support from the continental powers, and particularly France, of course.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
They believed that liberty was a gift from God. So there's an implicit understanding there, affirmation, that human beings are made in the imago Dei, in the image of God, and God intends for us to be free.
Jefferson writes, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights." Notice he doesn't say that rights are granted by government. The job of government is to protect those rights. It's not to grant them. The rights are granted by God at birth.
That to secure these rights, governments are implemented among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed.
I would say that the American experiment represents an attempt to implement the core values of the Enlightenment in a real society. It's an attempt to find out whether these values that are so elevated and so attractive are compatible with political reality.
We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for that rectitude of our intention, do.
The founders themselves believe that every human being has rights, basic rights, simply in virtue of their humanity. Now, where did they get that idea? Not hard to guess. It's not just from Plato and Aristotle and Cicero and the great Roman and Greek thinkers. It's also from Genesis 1, that human beings, though fashioned from the mere dust of the earth, material stuff, are nevertheless made in the very image and likeness of God. That's where our basic dignity comes from. That's where our rights are anchored. And they wrote those principles into our founding documents, into the Declaration, and into the Constitution.
And that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved. And that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do.
And in support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
3 cheers for independency! Huzzah! Huzzah!